This is the Fox 11 5 o'clock news.
An arson suspect arrested for reportedly starting a brush fire in the high desert.
This is forecasters warned of wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour in parts of Southern California. Welcome to the Fox 11 5 o'clock news. I'm Laura Diaz.
And I'm Christine Devine. Thanks for being with us. The Mojave Narrows fire burned several acres before firefighters could get a handle on it.
Adding to it, dangerously high winds helping to fuel that fire. Danya Backus is live in Victorville with the very latest tonight. Danya.
Yes, good evening. And those wind gusts are definitely picking up out here. I don't know if you can actually hear it, but being out here, it actually sounds as if I'm standing near the ocean. That's how high these wind gusts are. San Bernardino firefighters telling me that gusts were up to about 30 miles per hour when they were fighting a fire this afternoon. And they say this wind makes ripe conditions for these fires. Flames shooting high above firefighters. Thick clouds of smoke billowing into the air. It's an all too familiar scene, though one we're not used to seeing this early in the year.
With all the rain we had this year, we've had a return of our annual grasses. We have a very healthy grass crop.
San Bernardino County firefighters had their hands full Thursday, working not one but 3 brush fires. Fire officials believe it was this man, seen here in handcuffs, who started them.
San Bernardino County Sheriff did have a patrol helicopter that was coming in to investigate the smoke. They were able to observe an individual that was knelt over, engaged in what they believe was lighting fires.
After a brief foot chase that injured one sheriff's deputy, they were able to arrest him. The first fire started just after 11 this morning and spread over more than 20 acres. The other 2 just a mile away were kept relatively small. Officials say even without the heat and humidity, today's winds breed the perfect conditions for these type of fires.
And as we get into successive days of this wind, that grass crop does dry out and become very receptive to any kind of start.
Thankfully, firefighters were able to get a quick handle on the flames before they threatened residential areas.
We do have a lot of homes just on the other side of the river here. That was our initial threat. Luckily, the winds were calmer and allowed us to get on the upper hand of this fire before that threat presented itself.
And I was able to speak with an official from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. They tell me that deputy who was injured was actually suffering dehydration. Fire officials also tell me that there was a firefighter who was injured on the line of this fire. Thankfully, they do have a line around it. And I was also able to just get the name of that suspect, the person who we saw in handcuffs. He is 23-year-old Kyle Trussell. Officials telling me that he actually stopped several times during that foot chase to try to start more fires. Reporting live from Victorville this evening, Danya Backus, Fox 11 News.